there, my name is Kathy Watson, and I'm the founder of Revival Pure Essentials. I've been working in healthcare for over 25 years, and about 6 years ago, I was having some health issues, and I knew that there had to be a better way. So my doctor did a bunch of tests, and I was having chronic pain and chronic fatigue. And after all the tests were done, he didn't find anything wrong, but just prescribed me pain medication. And after seeing so many people with side effects and long-term effects of medication, long-term use of medication, I really felt like there must be a better way. So I enlisted the help of a naturopath and did a bunch of tests and realized that I was in adrenal fatigue, which is extremely common in women my age. And she prescribed me some natural supplements. So I took those and everything got better, which was amazing. But it really opened my eyes about natural solutions. And about the same time, some friends of mine started selling doTERRA essential oils. So I thought, oh, I'll just give these a try. And that's how this all started. So I got my oils and I started using them. I really had no idea what I was doing, but slowly I started using them and incorporating them into my everyday life. So that's what I'm here for, is to educate you guys and teach you the basics about using essential oil. So some of you haven't started with oils yet, and some of you might have got your first starter pack and are wondering what the heck to do with them, just like I did all those years ago. I think mine stayed in the cupboard for probably 6 months before I started using them. So I want to start by telling you what essential oils are. So they're a volatile aromatic compound. So what that means is the oils that come from the plants, that comes from the flowers, the roots, the stems, every oil comes from a different part of the plant. And it comes from where you can benefit most. These plant parts are distilled to create an essential oil. Now, doTERRA is very, very particular about the oil that they produce. And if there's anything else in those oils, they're discarded. Why this is important is that there are many essential oils on the market these days, but there are no regulations. So basically, they can have one drop of oil in there and say it's 100% pure, but it may not be. So that's kind of the scary thing about essential oils, because when you're using them, you're hoping to use more natural solutions, but that's not always the case when you buy them just anywhere. So basically, doTERRA is certified pure therapeutic grade. So it's the only company that has this standard where there's absolutely 0% of adulteration in their oils. So that is a huge relief to me, because I know when I get them that they're safe. They're safe for me, they're safe for my family, they're safe for my pets. So that is a huge relief for me. Now, there's a few different ways to use essential oils, and this is probably the biggest question, is how do I use each oil? Now, doTERRA oils I'll pick peppermint just because it's an easy example. Peppermint can be used aromatically. So aromatically means smelling the oil. So I have a tiny diffuser here that doTERRA put out a few years ago. So you can see that there's water in here, and the water, and I put a couple of drops of oil, and then it diffuses into the air. So that means that you're smelling the oil in, so aromatically. Another way to use an oil aromatically is I have this little diffuser bracelet, and it has some lava beads on it. You can probably see them, they're porous. So you can put a drop of oil on there. It'll absorb into the porous part of the bead, and then you can smell it in through the day. So anytime you're inhaling an oil through your nose and you're smelling it, that's aromatically. You can actually just open the bottle and sniff it in and get the positive effects of the essential oil. So what happens when you smell it in is that it goes into, obviously, up into your nose, into your brain, to the olfactory nerve, and that part of your brain tells you how to use the oil, which is really interesting because, I mean, for example, peppermint's super uplifting and can awaken you, and another oil like lavender is very calming and soothing. So your body actually knows, because this is a natural product and your body is a natural thing as well, your body knows exactly what to do with these oils and how you're supposed to feel. Super interesting, to how to use this. Another way you can use essential oils is topically. So on your skin, best ways to use them on your skin are on the bottoms of your feet, onto your wrists, pulse points, down your neck, across your spine, in the base of the skull. So the difference of where you use them is kind of how you're feeling, what you're using your oils for, and what kind of effect. This doesn't come overnight, to be completely honest. This is something that I've kind of, over the years, have really seen how each oil can work for me best. And so it's trial and error, and no way is the wrong way to use an essential oil, but you'll really figure out for different parts of your body, for different issues, how you'll best use them. So you don't have to be afraid to use essential oils um, because we know they're safe. The one thing I do recommend when you're starting out is to dilute your essential oils. So this is called fractionated coconut oil. And this is liquid coconut oil. So, in the store, you can get the white stuff that's solid. It has that solid part taken out. So we really recommend you using this, and your oils will actually work better when they're diluted with this essential oil, this fractionated coconut oil, sorry, because it drives it into your skin a little bit better. So it actually gets deeper into your skin and into your body, gets absorbed into your bloodstream quicker, and starts working faster. Within minutes, every cell in your body has the effects of the essential oils, which is really, really neat. So next way you can use your essential oils is internally. Now, doTERRA is the only essential oil company that recommends that you can use essential oils internally. So it will say right on the label, for use of aromatic, topical, and if you're able to take it internally, it'll say dietary as well. So it is safe. You have to be careful with certain oils because they're hot oils, something like oregano that you might use to prevent illness. You would take this diluted with water or some other liquid like orange juice to take internally. But generally, it's safe to take these essential oils internally. And again, you'll kind of get a feeling of how the oils work best for you and when to take them internally, when to use them topically, and when to use them aromatically. I find that most people, when they get their oils, using them aromatically in the diffuser is the best way to get going with them, because it's easy, first of all, and it doesn't take a lot of thought. So you can just stick it in there, see how that goes, and then move on from there. So that's pretty neat. So we've gone over the purity of doTERRA essential oils, how to use them, how do we source them? So we've all heard of fair trade and organic material. doTERRA's gone a step above that, which is absolutely amazing and why I absolutely love this company. A lot of these oils are sourced in third world countries where people have been taken advantage of for years for their oils. For example, frankincense, which is my absolute favorite, can be sourced in places like Somalia. So Somalia is a desert, basically, and this oil is harvested from the resin of the tree, which can be right in the middle of the desert. So very difficult to source. It's obviously, we've all heard of frankincense. It's very high quality, has huge benefits to people. But these harvesters, the people that own the land that these trees are on have been completely taken advantage of over the years and haven't even been able to make ends meet. So what doTERRA has done is they've gone into these communities, they've seen what these people need, like healthcare or water, whatever it may be, and they've brought those things into these communities and then taught the communities, the people in the communities, how to run their own business. So what is neat about that is that now these people can pay for, because they're getting a fair money for their oils that doTERRA is giving them, they can now send their kids to school and all of those things that they never would have been able to afford before. So that's the heart of the company that I love. And they're doing so many great things in the world. So I just really wanted to touch really quickly on that so that you guys could learn. Okay, so there are different ways to start with doTERRA. And I'm going to go over a few of the oils and just general ways of how to use them. There are hundreds of oils and hundreds of ways to use them. So I don't want to overwhelm you guys, but I'm going to go over a few really great ones. I'm going to show you how people get started first, though. There are a few starter packages that I love to share. So I'm going to just show you those right now. I'm just going to share my screen with you. So this is my favorite starter package. It's called Healthy Essentials, as you can see, and it's got 10 oils that are absolutely amazing for many different things in your life, things that happen every day. And it covers a lot of things that will happen in your house, with your kids, with your spouse, with life in general. So On Guard, peppermint, lavender, easy air. So On Guard, I'll just really quickly go over these. On Guard is our protective blend. It is actually diffusing in my diffuser back there. It gets rid of any germs in the air. So it gets rid of, I'm not going to say the C word, but it helps get rid of all the germs you might bring home and that might be floating around in your air. So it prevents illness, which is great. It's also great cleaner because it gets rid of those germs on your countertops and on all the surfaces, even your floors. I use this on my floors as well. So it's a beautiful one to have going in the fall when people usually get sick. I have this going almost every day, and it smells like cinnamon, clove, citrus. It's beautiful. Peppermint. I talked about this a few seconds earlier, but this is very uplifting. It's great for respiratory. It's great for digestion. It's good for uplifting in the afternoon. You know, when you get that tiredness after lunch, just a beautiful thing to do is just put one drop in your hand, rub it together. This is, if you guys were here with me right now, this is what I'd get you to be doing. And you just inhale it in. And what that does is it just opens the airways and invigorates your body so that it's awake and ready to go. So it's great before a workout. It's excellent. If you've got to get going in the morning, these are all great uses for peppermint. It's also excellent for headaches. You can put it on your temples, base of skull. My friend used to get chronic migraines, and she uses this preventatively. Every night before she goes to bed, she puts it on her temples, base of skull, and she hasn't had a migraine in years. So it's really exciting. We have to start thinking about prevention instead of reacting when we're not feeling good. You have to think about how we can stay healthy so that we're not getting these big issues. The next one is lavender, and we've all heard of lavender, but if you've smelt lavender before and you haven't smelt doTERRA's, it's completely different. It's much sweeter and it's got so much depth in it, but this is my first oil love, and lavender is just easy to use. I put a couple drops in my bath before bed. It's very calming. People make sprays for their pillows with lavender to get some sleep. It's also great when you're feeling anxious or overwhelmed with something, so it's very calming. Easy Air was Alex's first. This is my boyfriend. Um, Easy Air. So a lot of times men aren't really open to essential oils, but this one's great. It's excellent for your respiratory system. So it's got peppermint and eucalyptus, rosemary, I believe. Anyway, that part doesn't really matter, but it opens the airways. So if you have a snore in your house, or if you just have a trouble breathing at night, or if you have a cold and you want to open your airways, this is a wonderful oil for anything respiratory. But it's also really great. We love it for sleep. I diffuse this at night for sleep because it does open the airways and it's very a calming smell. Lemon is next. Lemon is obviously a citrus. Lemon oil comes from the rind of the lemon. So you know when you peel the lemon and that spray comes off, that's lemon essential oil. So lemon is something that I take internally. I put a couple of drops in my water every morning before I go to work or even at the house. You want to use a metal or glass container and you just put 1 or 2 drops in. You don't need much, but what lemon will do is it's very cleansing to the body. So it will get rid of toxins from your body, from your liver and your kidneys, and just get rid of all those things that you don't want in your body. Any citrus is also very uplifting emotionally. So we're using these for physical reasons, for sleep, for digestion, all respiratory, sorry. But we are also using these for your emotions, which is very cool because lemon is so uplifting. I know people who just diffuse this all the time, and that's amazing too. I have a girlfriend who uses this in her steamer, her floor steamer. She cleans her floors with lemon. I put lemon or some other citrus in my, with my concentrated cleaner from doTERRA. It's on guard base, but I also add some citrus just for the scent, and it's also very cleansing. So use it for your cleaning as well. The next one's DigestZen or ZenGest. They just have different names in Canada and the US, so you can get the idea. It's the same exact makeup of oils, but just a different name. That's also ZenGest. You can see ZenGest. ZenGest is for digestion, and this works unbelievably well. I usually will rub this on my tummy with some sort of carrier oil like the fractionated coconut oil, or you can use your a body cream or something like that and rub it on your tummy if it's upset, or you can take this internally with a drop of water. What that does is make you feel better within minutes. It smells a little bit like licorice, a little bit like sambuca, to be honest, but it works so well. And it's one of those ones that's just unbelievably supportive and useful. The next one on this list is Adaptive. So Adaptive is an oil blend that they came out with a couple of years ago that is really good for any sort of emotional issue. So if you're feeling down, or you're feeling overwhelmed, or you're just feeling stressed, you can use this oil. It's even better when you use it super regularly. And I have a few friends that swear by this, that they have have had a lot of support with this oil when they're having emotional issues. Okay, so good. Copaiba is one of my faves. This is something we use daily at the house. It's great for pain. I usually put it in with my deep blue rub. This comes in one of our kits, but I'll tell you that in a few minutes. Copaiba is great for pain. It's a CBD equivalent. So it works on the same premise as CBD oil, but it comes from a different plant. So it doesn't have THC, basically. and it's more potent than CBD oil. And guess what? It's way, way cheaper and easier to get. So you can just order it right to your house. And it is so amazing for pain, among other things like stress, and it's very calming. So CBD oil is amazing. But copaiba is way better because you don't have to worry about any of the THC part of things. Whoops. Balance. Balance is a blend of oils that kind of smells like the forest. It's very grounding, it has frankincense in it, and it's super, super grounding. Balance. You can kind of get the idea. We love this one. I love to put it on my chest if I'm feeling overwhelmed, or I also have put this in my mask at work just for a calming effect. I've also used peppermint and lavender together in my mask for opening the airways and also for stress and anxiety. And then the last one on this list is deep blue. So I showed you the deep blue rub. This is the deep blue oil, which is this rub is based on. So I love to combine this with frankincense or copaiba for pains, specific pain points, joint pain, muscle pain, neck pain, any sort of pain, even menstrual pain is super good for that. There's a couple more kits I'm going to show you really quickly. This one includes one of our number one selling item, which is our Lifelong Vitality supplements. They replace vitamins and minerals. They have omegas in them. They have support for your brain and heart and all of that good stuff. So I take these daily. This obviously includes the rest of these. The Healthy Start has the top 10 oils. So most of the ones I have here, with the exception of oregano and frankincense, this one has. This is the smaller bottles. So there's the big bottles are 15 milliliters. The smaller ones are 5 mils. So you get triple the amount, 250 drops to 85 drops in the small, with obviously a beautiful diffuser. And then the smaller kit is the Simple Solutions, and it has the Deep Blue Rub, On Guard, Lemon we talked about, and Serenity is a lavender-based blend that's super calming and smells absolutely beautiful. It's got an oil called Liang Liang in it, and so it's got a bit of a flowery scent as well. It's really beautiful, and we love that one at our house. So I'm gonna stop sharing my screen. So that's kind of how to get started. So what does that mean, getting started? So doTERRA's grouped the oils together to get going, obviously. What does that include? It includes a membership for the year that gives you 25% off. It gives you your own account, so you're not always phoning me to order. I know a lot of companies do that, but I do work full time and that's not something that I can really do with deliveries and stuff like that. So that's why I love that people are taking control of their own health. They're enrolling with one of our starter kits, which each of them is super beautiful and is a great way to get started. And they're just the bigger kits have a little more, they have a little more in them, obviously. They cover some more ailments. They look at emotional and physical issues. And then the smaller ones are just, obviously you just get less in them. So they're all beautiful, and they can kind of be tailored to your own. Like if you wanted to start with the smaller one and then tailor it and add a few that you're having, if you're having digestive issues, you can add that. Or if you're having pain issues, you can add the copaiba. So we're really flexible with how you do that, but starting with a kit is always a good idea. And I love it. They include the membership, so you don't have to pay for that. You get 25% off for a year. You are not having to order monthly. I do order monthly because I've replaced everything in my house with my doTERRA natural stuff. So shampoo, conditioner, doTERRA, supplements, doTERRA, cleansing stuff like the concentrated cleaner. I use that to clean my whole house. I use combinations of oils to do my tiles. I have replaced my laundry detergent with doTERRA's laundry detergent, and replace things like dryer sheets with dryer balls and some lavender on there. So really, it's a whole life overhaul. It's not something that has to happen right away. It's something that I've done over a number of years. So don't get overwhelmed. That's why these starter kits are perfect, because you can start small. You can start working on some little things, and then you can start branching out. And then eventually, maybe you want to order monthly when you've replaced all of that stuff that you used to buy at Shoppers. You'll save money. People think it's expensive to use oils, but it's usually cents, a couple of cents a drop. So it's nothing. It's just, I guess, at the beginning, you're spending a lump of money, but you don't have to, they last for a long, long time. So that's really exciting. How do you get started? So if somebody has sent you this video, you contact them and tell them you're ready to get started. If I've sent you the video, you can go to www, excuse me, .mydoterra.com/Kathy-Watson55. It's a mouthful. Contact me. I'm happy to talk to you. You can reach out to me on Facebook, Kathy Watson, obviously. So I'm happy to help you get started. The biggest problem people have is that they're overwhelmed. They don't know what they're doing with the oils. So that's why I'm here. I have an amazing Facebook group where I'm educating all the time. It's open communication between all of my customers. It's like family in there. So I love to nurture and teach and let you guys know all the different ways and all the different oils you can use to make your life better. I've also started a bi-weekly education series. It's on Zoom. So you'll see those being posted in my group. Things like pain and inflammation. And then I have guest speakers like a chiropractor and cancer survivors and things like that. So there's tons of ways to learn. I am here for you. If you ever have a question, please reach out to me. It doesn't have to be complicated. This is an amazing way to make your life better and healthier, and your family's life better and healthier. And this is something I think we can use that should be used in conjunction with modern medicine and natural, so that we can live our best and healthiest life. So please reach out to me if you're ready to get started. I'm happy to help you. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you guys soon.